Right, how are we all doing? It has been absolutely ages since I've uploaded a video to my YouTube channel. Got to be talking 2 years, 2.5 years, so well overdue. So I'm off fishing today. I'm going to Tramps Alley in Corton. Fished there a couple of weeks ago, had some nice fish out, nice size, I know whiting, but nice size whiting, and a couple of dogfish out. There's still plenty of bass about at the moment, so fingers crossed, get a few bass out today. So I'm literally about to get in the car, go and get some bait from Corton Tackle Centre and get down to the beach, and we're going to start fishing. So that's it, let's get down there, let's get going. Right, so I've just arrived where I'm parking. I'm in down there, it is Dip Farm. I think there's a golf club down there, there's woods down there, it's where everyone goes to walk the dogs. I've literally parked in there, and when you come back up to the main road, literally where that guy is going down there with the dog, if you see him, that is Tramps Alley. So basically, as you come off the main road, the A47 bit, head towards Corton, get all the way to the end. Instead of doing the left where the holiday parks are, do the right. It just keeps going, it goes down a massive dip. As it goes down the dip, that's where Tramps Alley is. As it comes up the dip, you do your first right, and that is where I parked in there. It's free parking in there, so got all the gear here. So I'm literally about to walk down, I want to turn right, and I'm going to follow that alleyway, and that takes you all the way down to the beach. Right, so I've just got to the bottom of the alleyway. As it comes from the main road, it comes down. It's quite steep as it comes down, and then once you get to the bottom, you are then on the beach. I know a couple of mates that fish over that way to the left, but I've always heard as you turn left at the bottom, there's like more snags, so I always tend to fish to the right. It looks like there might be someone over there actually where I do fish. I'm going to walk over there, take a look. But I'm going to follow this little footpath all the way down. Once you get to the end, that's it, you're on the beach. And that's where I tend to fish, anywhere out that way. Right, let's get down there, let's get set up. Right, we're all set up, we're all ready to cast. I've just checked the time, it's 9:30, which is good, because high tide this morning is 11:30-ish, so I like to get a good 2 hours in before and a couple of hours after. So on this rod nearest me, we've got a pulley pennel on here. I've pretty much got a whole squid bait on there. Nice hook through the bottom, nice hook through the top. On this side, we've just got worm on here, 2 hook flapper rig. Just got a bit of black on there, blacks on there. I had them last time I went fishing, a couple of weeks ago. They were frozen ones, they weren't used, they went back in the freezer. I literally thawed them out last night and they've come out today. So let's get this bait in the water, try and get a bit of fishing done. Right, they've gone out. 2 hook flappers gone out, only a few yards on the left. I've only sort of chucked it out 40-50 yards. The pulley pennel, I've thrown out a little bit. You can see the rod's pulling. As the tide's coming in, the tide is really pulling in today. Also broke my rod rest this morning when I was on the way in. The old cup on the bottom, look, bloody come off, so that one's got to stay on the beach. But anyway, we are out there, we are fishing. Let's see what we can produce today. Right, so my bait I'm using today, like I was saying, I've got some blacks here. I had them last time I went fishing. I didn't use all of the back, so they went back in the freezer when I got home. We've got some squid here, which I'm using for the penny pedal. Put some whole squid on there, trying to trap some bass. Got some lugworm there, fresh lug, 25. Quite fat really, some of them. So we've got them, so we've got plenty of baits. Also today, I did bring it, I brought another little rod with me. I've got a 12-foot rod there with a reel. And I brought a couple of lures with me. Because a few of the bass have been being caught only literally like 20-30 yards out. It's only a little 10-gram lure I've got, but when you give it a bit of a flick you can get it out 20-30 yards. So wait for that sea to change colour a little bit. It's still a little bit murky at the moment. If the sea goes a little bit bluer, I might start throwing the lure out and just bringing the lure in, see if that can attract some bass a bit closer by. But like I say, we'll just see how we go on. I was here a couple of weeks ago. I'll say I had a nice dogfish out, like really, really big, decent sized dogfish. I've got a week off work. I've actually got 11 days off work, so I am going to get quite a bit of fishing in this week. I might have to do South Beach Yarmouth one day this week. There's been some good reports of some pretty decent fish coming out of South Beach Yarmouth. Might even take the metal detector out this week as well. I don't know whether to take the camera and do a little video for that. So my plan now, like I say, I haven't done a video on YouTube. It's got to be 2.5 years. But I don't know. I'm going to start making a bit more of an effort. I think to take the camera with me. I've got a few subscribers on there. Considering I've only got 3 videos, I think I've got about 130 odd subscribers. But like I say, I'm going to start hitting it a bit more, taking the camera out. So if you're watching this video, do me a favour, just hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and then any future videos that come up, obviously you'll get notified that they're on there. I've also got a Facebook page. It's called Great Yarmouth and Galston Sea Fishing. I've got about 2,000 followers on there. So again, if you're on Facebook, come along, give the page a follow. That'd be a great help. So, right, that's all out there. The bait's all out there. There's nothing I can do now. It's just up to faith, really, isn't it? Hopefully, someone takes the bait. So, I think I might make myself a nice cup of tea while I'm waiting for the first bite of the day. Right, that's the important bit done. Cup of tea. That's the most important thing. That's the number one thing. Got a nice cup of tea in the hand. It's normally when you start making a cup of tea or doing something, that's normally when you both start getting the fish. And you got to messing around putting everything back and But yeah, made a cup of tea, no bites as yet. But like I say, the tide's on its way in. It normally does quite well, sort of 2 hours before high tide, 2 hours after. So that's the plan for today. Like I say, I've got to start fishing about 9:30. It's about 10 to 10 now. So I've just still got a little while. I think I've got a couple of mates coming down as well. They did message earlier saying they were going to pop down. I don't know whether they're just coming down to see me or whether they're coming down to fish. I'll find out. They're in the cafe at the moment having breakfast. So I'll find out once they've had their breakfast what they're doing. And like I say, yeah, I might get the other rod out and get a lure out there and see if I can get a bass or something that's a bit close by. Nice day. I've got the whole beach to myself. A few people down there. Probably can't see them on this camera. Walking dogs. Other than that, I am the only person on this beach. You can see the old wind turbine up there. That's Lowestoft up there, wind turbine. And all the way down there in the distance, sticking out, that's Galston Pier. So I'm literally right in the middle of kind of Galston and Lowestoft. And it does well down here. Tramps Alley's a good. It gets a good name for itself. Especially in the winter. I know they get a few cod and that out there in the winter. And it does get a good name for itself along here. I'm set up there. I can sort of see a bit of a tide line now. I'm guessing that's where the tide came in last night. So hopefully I ain't got to move the gear back. Hopefully I can leave it all set up there, which will be handy. So I'm going to enjoy my cup of tea. I'm going to keep an eye on them rods. And like I say, always say it, but yeah, hopefully come back with something decent on there. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Right, so I've had both them out for a little while. I've reeled them both in. The squid have been stripped down a little bit, so I put a nice bit of fresh squid on there for that out. The worm is absolutely untouched, so I took the worm off, put a bit of the fresh worm on there. I've just got it set up now. I'm going to throw this out for a bit. I've got a nice lure on there, and that's a good lure. I caught a nice bass off that literally about 3-4 weeks ago down in Galston. So, like I say, recently the bass has been coming in quite close. So I'm just going to go down, throw that in, 20-30 yards out. Got a couple of mates come down to see me. I thought you was going to come and fish, Jordan. Well, Hey, I'll make you famous, mate. With all my 130 subscribers. Right, it's a little bit choppy out there, but like I say, you never know. A few bats about, a few couple of coats. So yeah, even though it's only a 10 gram lure, that ain't going out too far with the 12 foot rod. I'm easily getting 30-40 yards out with it. So I'm just going to pursue with that for a little bit. Like I say, I've got 2 rods out there, nice bit of bait out there. I'm going to start using the lure a little bit, see if I can get anything close by. So 3 rods in the water. Hopefully get something out. How are we doing for time? Like I say, tide is, I think high tide was about 11:30 this morning. It's now 10:30, so I've got an hour of the water coming in. Then obviously it turn. Normally when the tide turns, that wind drops a little bit as well. So we'll just see what happens when the tide turns. Right, first bit of action I've seen. There's a little bit of movement on that rod on the left. The waves are picking up a little bit just now, but I don't think it's the waves catching the line. That one's the one that's in the actual rod holder, so that's quite high. It's the other one that's broke. I've got to try and get a little screw, get that in there when I get back. If that knocks again, that one on the left, I think I'll reel it in and have a check. I bought it a little while ago and I was using the I had the blacks on there that I had last time. I took them off and I put a bit of the fresh worm on there. Whether that fresh worm has made a difference and attracted something. The bit of the squid, I pulled that in and that was untouched, that was still absolutely intact, nothing wrong with it. Right, there we go, look, that's gone again. Right, let's bring that left one in, let's see what's going on there. Go. I said that one was pulling a little bit. Look, little dab, tiny little fin. Little, nothing to him, but at least we haven't blanked today. Right, let's get him off and we're getting back in while he's still alive. But we've done alright, at least we haven't blanked. Yeah. Been on days. Let's move on, don't we?
still got him.
He's gone.
He's over there, look. Look, he's in, look.
Yeah, he's gone. There you go, smooth bound on squid. Smooth bound on squid bait, and that was on the pulley pennel. And I caught the other line as well, reeling that in. There you go. Got out of breath now after that. Nice one, Jordan. Cheers, mate. Happy days. Dave's very happy now. Right, let's sort all this out and get these lines untangled. Yeah. Little sample coming now. We've got a little sample coming. Well, it's all action here today. Oh. Fucking eel. Oh. Dirty eel.
Oh, come off.
Give it a towel.
Come off.
Oh, dirty little eel. Right, come here. And there you go, all action. Innit? Whenever you get one going, you get them both going. That smooth bound though, well happy with that, chuffed with that. And that was taking on a whole squid. Right, let's get it sorted out now. That one's still on the floor down there with the line halfway around the beach. That one's what that eel just come on. Let's get my breath and sort this out. Oh yeah, we are fishing. Well, that was all action. It's literally 11:30, high tide. So I'm hoping that come out because my mate Martin jumped on this camera on the little GoPro thing. And he don't really use GoPros. And after like 30 seconds the screen goes blank, but it still carries on recording. And he went just now, he goes, the screen went blank, so I pressed the button again. And then, so I'm just hoping he ain't pressed the button and stopped the recording. So I'm hoping that smooth bound I just caught, I'm really praying that's just come out on this camera. But yeah, he took that on whole squid. But I'm just really praying he actually got that on the camera. I've got a couple of photos on my phone, so they can go on my Facebook page later. But we are out again. So I've done the same, I've got squid on the pulley pennel on the right, and I've got worm out there on the left. So, fingers crossed we get some more decent fish out. Well, I can edit this later, so what happens? Well, I just made myself a nice cup of tea, my mates are just off, they're heading back, they're going back to Yarmouth. I've just made a cup of tea, I'm going to reel that in now, check the bait. I had a little look on the camera, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that fish was caught. I was on the camera saying it's a smooth bound, I just sent a picture to my mate, and he was saying it's a tope. But I'm pretty sure tope have got teeth. I think I see teeth on it. I thought it was more gums. Oh well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure someone when they watch the video is going to comment and tell me that weren't a smooth bound, it was a tope or vice versa. Anyway, I'm going to reel these in now, the wind's picking up a bit. So I'm going to reel these in, check the bait, see what's going on. Right, nothing on that one, worm's been stripped, all the worms gone off the hook, nothing on there. Right, let's get the other one on, let's see what that squid's still on there. Right, that bit of squid's been tattered, that's just down there. I can sit down, sit bait elastic on there, a bit of bite. So I'm going to get that off, fresh bit of squid on there, fresh worm on there. Let's get these back out. Let's hopefully get some more fish out. Right, baited them up. We've got fresh worm again on the 2-foot trapper. Got a whole squid on the pulley pennel. That's what I call the swing bound on. So that's going back out. Right, let's get the bait in the water because the bait does nothing there on the beach. Get these out. Right, they're back out there. Finished my cup of tea I poured about half an hour ago. That's alright, still warm. Right, bait's back out. I'm still happy with that. I'm still smiling. When my mates walked off a minute ago, they were like, you're still grinning ear to ear. Like I say, when you just catch whiting all the time and dabs all the time, you get something decent out. It does put a smile on your face, doesn't it? And that's why I fish. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy fishing. I enjoy catching fish. When you pull something half decent out like that, it's all good. So, back to it. Bait's in the water. Let's try and get something else out. Right, well it's gone a little bit quiet on the fish front. I've had that one in the left, pulled that in, changed the bait a couple of times with the worms. The one on the right I pulled in, the squid was on there, but it had been stripped a little bit, so there's a few crabs out there. I've taken the squid off. I've still got half of that type of squid left. So it's now 12 o'clock, in half hour I've been here 4 hours. So I'm thinking I might give it till 1:30, call it a day, save that squid, put it in the fridge when I get home, and that'll do for tomorrow. I've still got the black, that was frozen black, I've still got that. I might put that in the fridge and that'll do for tomorrow, so I've got bait for tomorrow. So I've been using the fresh worms. So on the right, on that pulley pennel, I've just put 2 massive, nice chunky worms on there, tied it all round, so that's all secure. So I'm going to use the fresh up. And then yeah, come tomorrow, I've still got squid and I've still got some of the black. So I might go, I probably will, like I say, I've got a whole week of work. So I'm going to go South Beach Yarmouth tomorrow. They are on the left. On the left. Get ready, that was a tug then. The wind's blowing, so I know the rods are moving a bit in the wind, but that one, that went on the left. Keep an eye on that. If that goes, I'm going to have that. Tide's on the way out now, you can see a bit of the sand appearing now, the tide's heading down, so I know the tips of the line's actually going through the waves as well, but that was definitely a tug then on the left. I'm just going to see if that goes again. If it does, we'll have that in, see if we've got anything on there. Not been a bad day, if it weren't for that smooth down slash coat, still not 100% sure what that is yet. I'll put it on Facebook later, someone will tell me. I don't think I've ever caught a tope before. I think I've only ever caught smooth bands before. But as far as I know, tope have got little like teeth on them. But that didn't have teeth, I'm sure it didn't. I'm sure it didn't. But someone will probably comment, someone will let me know. Oh, I've got the camera in front of me at the moment, because that wind's really picking up behind me as well. That's the thing with Norfolk. Norfolk is always windy in Norfolk, always. Don't get me wrong, a couple of weeks ago we had that heat wave, and on those really hot days that was nice to have a bit of a breeze. That was nice. But when I'm fishing, I don't want no breeze when I'm fishing. Right, I'm going to pull that one on the left in. I'm going to pull him in and see what's on there. That is moving. Oh, there we, oh my god, here we go. Here we go. We are on. We are on. We're on. Just right angle. Down a little bit. Oh. Went over. Oh, look, whiting on there. Another one of these. That's a smooth hound, definitely on the bottom. Look at him. Oh, right, let's get these off. Let's get him off. Right, come in. Look at him. Mate. Look at him. Look at that. Number 2. He's bigger than the last one as well. Much bigger. Look at him. Buzzing. Right, let's get him back. Let's get him back in. Oh yeah! Right, get this whiting off. I dealt with him first, got that big one off, got him off. Let's get this whiting unhooked. We get this whiting back in. Oh my days, I'm worn out. It's hard work this fishing, like I tell ya. Right, obviously rod rest went over, so I've ruled them both in. Fresh bait on. Let's get the bait back out. These fish rods out. Oh my god, man, that just took the whole rod rest. The whole rod rest just went. I said it was knocking a bit, yeah? I reckon the knocking a little bit was that whiting, because there was a little whiting on that. So I reckon the knocking was the whiting, so it was a good job I left it, so I've got a feeling that smooth valve was going for the whiting. And then when he got there, he's gone for the whiting, then obviously seen the bait, and he's gone for the bait. Because as soon as he went on, man, the rod rest just went over, down the beach. soon as I picked it up, I feel it on there. Clutch is all going, I have to loosen the clutch a little bit. So yeah, I think the first knock was that whiting. And then the smooth bound I think has been attracted by the whiting flapping around, and the smooth bound then jumped on it. But I've got to say, to date, like I say, I'm no professional fisherman. I enjoy fishing, go fishing a lot. But I think to date, that second one I just got, I think that's the biggest smooth bound I've ever had out off the beach. I mean, that was, I didn't got no scales on me. I didn't got no scales or anything, but I'll tell you what, yeah, to date, that is the biggest smooth bound I've had out off the beach. By far. Right, we're back out there, 2 hook flapper, and they were all on. Everything I'm catching now is on the lugworm, the fresh lug I got from Corton Tackle Centre this morning. Got 20, 25, who's that ringing me? He can wait. He can wait. That was on the fresh lug I got this morning. Catching all them. Oh, I'm out of breath. Hard work this fishing, I'll tell you. Well, we're on again. Right hand side rod. Literally, I've only just put them back in the bloody water. Let me get this quick in case it pulls the bloody rod over again. I don't think it's a big one though, but... Probably a little whiting or a dab. Number 3, a lot smaller than the others. Right, let's get him on, let's get him back. Oh, that rod's gone. Oh, a lot smaller than the others, but number 3. Woo! Right, there we go. Number 3. Smooth bound number 3. All on the fresh worm. Nowhere near as big as the other 2, but we'll have that. We'll have it. So there we go, that is it, that's number 3 come out. Like I say, nowhere near as big as the other 2, but still more than happy to have them out. Let's get some fresh bait on there, let's get that back out there. Let's get going. Woo! Oh, right, just pulled a little whiting out. I'll tell you what, normally when you blank, yeah, you don't mind getting the little whitings out. But when I'm catching what I'm catching at the moment, who wants them? That's probably what the smooth bounds are after. That's probably what the smooth bounds are after. They're probably after these whitings. Oh mate, you know what? He's a little bass. He's not even a whiting. Look, he's a little bass. Look at that. Look, little specimen for a bass. Hey? Right, let's get him back in. I thought he looked a bit shiny, but because how little he was, I just looked at him and I was like, oh, whiting. But as I picked him up, I felt the spines on his back. I thought, yeah, them spines, I thought, that's a bass. Look at that for a little one. Let's get him, let's try and get a bigger one of them, that'd be handy. Well, I've currently got both rods out of the water now, so I've been messing around. Let's get these baited up, let's get him back in. We are cooking today, we are on gas. Right, we are on fire, man. We've had that little dab, then we had a little ill. I I've had 3 of those smooth bounds. Like I say, the middle one was by far the biggest. That was absolutely massive. And then little bass right at the end, which I thought was a whiting. I see how little it was, and he's gone back. So we're baited up, we're back out in the water. And that is all. I haven't caught anything on the squid, I haven't caught anything on them blacks, on the focus blacks. That's all on the fresh lugworm I bought this morning from Corton Tackle Centre. And I only bought 25 worm or whatever was in there. I've got about 4 or 5 of them worms left, and then I'm out of them. And then all I've got left is the squid and the black. So, like I say, I'm going to carry on using that worm. When that worm's gone, I've got no choice. I'm going to have to change bait. If they're not taking the squid or the black, then that's going to be like lost calls in it. But I've still done well. We've still had a few out. Like I say, that middle one, that middle smooth bound, I am still actually buzzing about that. I've never ever in my life had a smooth bound that big off the beach. Never. Absolutely massive. Right, I'm hoping now I can get 5 minutes to make myself a cup of tea. Every time I go to do something, the rods will bloody go through. So let's see if I can get a quick cup of tea before it all goes off again. And we'll keep an eye on him. A couple of fellas turned up down there, he's just in the next little past the next groin. Keep an eye on him, see what he's getting out. And that's it, other than him there's no one else fishing. So we are getting all the fish between us, well I'll say between us, I don't know what he's getting out. I'll keep my eye on him, I'll see what he's getting. What's this day though? Very successful day fishing. How many different species we have? We've got dab, eel, don't really count eel, but dab, eel, bass, smooth bound, 4 different species. And what time did I get here? 9:30. Now 42. Spoke for 4 hours. We're doing well. We are doing well, boys and girls. Still pulling them out, got a nice little dab. Again, that was on the fresh. He's got a bad size. Yeah, look, I'll put myself next to him, see him. Not a bad size, he's alright. Bigger than that one we had earlier out, I'll tell you. Much bigger. Right, let's get him off. We'll get him off, put him back in, he can see another day. Here we go, whiting are making a show now. Now we're getting the whiting out. Oh, look how that hooked. He was only just hooked in, look. He was only just hooked on there. Lucky. They need to be quick. So look, as soon as you throw the white, yeah, he's got it. As soon as you throw them white in, the seagulls are on it. He went back alive, nice and healthy, swimming away. He didn't go down deep enough. I threw him in a fair bit, do you know what I mean? He weren't right on the shallow bit, he went in, but for some reason he's bloody swimming around on the top and the seagulls have had him out. So there you go. I can't keep up with this, I really can't. Every time them rods are in the water, like there's fish coming out. I'm not moaning the sight, but fuck, it's hard work. I'm out of breath. Right, I'm going to make this the last cast of the day. This is the last of that fresh worm now. After this cast, all the fresh is gone. All I've got left is that black and the squid, which weren't doing too well. It's now 2:30, so I've been at 5 hours, so I've had a good day's fishing. So my mate Jordan that come down earlier, he's obviously well gutted, he didn't bring his rods down, I would have stayed. He wants to come down here tomorrow. I've got my mate Tubbsy as well, he's messaging me, he wants to come down here tomorrow. So, like I say, last cast, so I'm going to call it a day, and then I'll come back tomorrow. Not sure if I'm going to bring this camera with me tomorrow though. I don't ever want to film 2 days in a row here. Like I say, it's hard work when you're trying to like catch fish and use the camera, and also I've got to take photos on my phone as well for my Facebook page. And like I say, it's all going on, so especially when they're coming out like they were today. It is hard work. I forgot how, like I say, it's been a couple of years since I've done a video, and I forgot how hard work it is. Keep doing the camera, doing the photos. Right, it might sound like I'm having a bit of a whinge in the moan, but it literally is. It is hard work. Like I say, doing the filming and catching and photos, and so I'm not sure I'm going to bring this tomorrow. But Jordan's definitely coming tomorrow. I'm pretty sure my mate Tubbs is coming tomorrow. Go back to Corton and take the centre in the morning. Load up with plenty of fresh, and like I say, we'll have quite a few rods along this little stretch here. So Yeah, that's the last cast of the day. I'm starting to pack my stuff down slowly. Oh, that one on the left just, I think it might have lost the bottom though. It was down tight and then it just jumped up. So it might have lost the grip on the bottom. We keep an eye on it. Like I say, this is the last of the worm now anyway. Other than that, it's the black and the frozen, which weren't catching anything. So I might just take that back, put them in the freezer. They'll do for another day. They do well in the winter, the frozen. But the bass have been going well for the squid. A lot of people have been catching squid off the bass. Squid off the bass? Bass off the squid. A lot of people have been catching bass off the squid. But like I say, I had whole squid out there earlier. And I did catch that little bass, and he took the fresh worm anyway. Right, let's see how we get on. I'm still keeping my eye on the fellow up there. I haven't actually seen him pull anything out. I ain't seen him catch anything yet. But like I say, normally does well in, like 2 hours before, 2 hours after, it does well, especially on the high tide. But building up to high tide, didn't really get nothing out. It weren't until the tide turned, and it started going down the beach, that's when I started getting all the bites. That's when all them smoothbands were coming out. As the tide was literally getting right down there. So we'll see if that's the same tomorrow. Like I say, we get in tomorrow, we're getting a couple of hours before, we'll fish at high tide, we'll fish after, and we'll see if we're getting all the bites after tomorrow as well. We'll see how it's going. But Tramps Alley, Corton, you have not disappointed. You've done well today. Right, that is it. I'm calling it a day. I feel absolutely worn out. Done very well though. We've had about 5 species, haven't we? We had whiting, eel, dab, smooth round, and little bass. 5 species. So, like I say, I'm coming back tomorrow. Got a couple of mates coming back tomorrow. So, I packed all my stuff up. Absolutely nothing left on the beach. You wouldn't even know what was here. All my rubbish is in that bag there. That's all my old tea bags and I had a wrapper from a sandwich. Everything's all in there. That's going in the bin. Right at the bottom of that slope, before you walk back up the slope, there's a bin on the right hand side. So all your rubbish can go in there. Like I say, nothing left on the beach. You wouldn't even know I was here. So if you watch this video all the way through, you might have seen I've got other videos on there as well. I'll tell you what, if you do me a massive favour, if you can subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the bell button so then you get notifications. I'm definitely going to be bringing the camera out a bit more. Definitely going to start doing a few more videos. So like I say, subscribe to the channel. It'd be absolutely awesome if you do. Hit the bell, you get notifications when I do the next video. Also Facebook, Great Yarmouth and Galston Sea Fishing. That's the name of my Facebook page. I've got nearly 2,000 followers on there. So again, if you're on Facebook, come along, give the page a follow. If you go fishing, Norfolk and all that, anywhere, you put your fish on there, what you caught, let other people know what's being caught, what's coming out. Like I say, photos from today, they'll be going on there as well. So, what can I say? What an absolute awesome day. Corton has done absolutely superb today. Absolutely buzzing. Let's hope it does just as well tomorrow when I come back with a couple of new baits. Let's hope it does just as well. So that's it, we're all packed away, going to get me rubbish, get me rods. That is it. Let's get out of here. Thanks for watching guys. One little last look to see before we go. Thank you so much for watching the video, and like I say, if you do subscribe, it'd be absolutely amazing. Down there, done over there after there's nothing left down there, I've got no bait left. Right, cheers for watching guys, see you on the next one.